Welcome back to day 4 of English and Welsh Red Wine Week. It's Thursday. We are shortly going to be joined by Surinder from Meopham Valley Vineyard in Kent. We're going to be talking about the Union Red. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it a little bit better. The Union Red. Gorgeous red wine. It's a blend, so we're going for a blend today, not a individual grape variety. And the blend is, I'm not going to pronounce these well, so forgive me. Acolon, Regent, Triomphe d'Alsace, and Leon Milot. So we've got those 4 grape varieties in here. I'm not 100% sure on the percentages of each, although I'm sure that it is on the website, so if you are interested, you can go and have a little look. We have had a little sniff ahead of the live, and it is a fruit bomb. So yeah, we're really excited to meet Surinder. We've not met Surinder before, and find out all about Meopham Valley Vineyard. And yeah, what we can expect from their current range. We already stocked this one and their rosé, and what we can expect from them in the future. We've also stocked their signature red in the past, which we were big fans of. So that was a blend as well. It's very, very exciting stuff going on at Meopham Valley Vineyard. So we're just waiting for Surinder to join. Have we invited Surinder?
We have indeed.
Check. Just going to check in with IT. So yes, I hope you're all enjoying English and Welsh Red Wine Week so far. I do hope you've managed to have a glass of something delicious somewhere along the line this week, whether it's one that we've been tasting or another one of your own favourites. Tomorrow night, don't forget, we've got Rondo with Montgomery, Woody from Montgomery Vineyard, which is another one of our classic favourites, to be honest with you. So we're really looking forward to that. And yeah, it's just all go, really, isn't it? We said we were going to do English and Welsh Red Wine Week in 1 week to like calm things down. Oh. Really, it's been mental. Oh, hello!
How are you? You alright?
Good, thank you. How are you?
How you been? I see you running around trying to get hold of me.
I've just been talking rubbish for the last 5 minutes. It's fine.
But hopefully you didn't have to stall too much. So, how's everything?
Very good, thank you. We're very excited to be trying this wine. This is we haven't. Well, no, we did try it before, but we've just opened it now to talk about it this evening. So yeah, we're super excited to be tasting it this evening. We've been glugging it down already. It's lovely.
It's very easy. Yeah. So you're not going to have any trouble finishing the bottle.
No, we can tell that already.
It's one of those dangerous reds, isn't it? Where
Definitely.
You just sip, and then you're like, oh god.
The last half an hour, I've literally been, oh, should I have some more? And then I finished it. I thought, oh, damn, I better finish some more. So I've had a bit of a concoction before I came on. So I've had a double espresso. I've got some water. So the hyperness is probably going to come from the coffee. The full character is going to come out with the wine. So
dangerous cocktail.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us. We haven't had you on a live before, so it's really great to have you, pin you down and ask you loads of questions. So we wondered if we could just start off with, who are you, who's the vineyard, and what do you guys do, really? What's your sort of thing?
What are we all about? So, so the vineyard, it was established in 1991. It was originally owned by a chap called David Gray. So where did we and my family come into it? It was in 2015, David wanted to retire, and my parents had actually worked at the vineyard since 1991. So they know what they're doing in the vineyard. They know how to produce good yields, sugars, etc., etc. So they know the vines like the back of their hand. And yeah, so David wanted to retire, approached them, and he said, you know, I want to give the vineyard to people that are going to carry on my legacy. And he knew that my parents always wanted their own piece of land. I'm not talking about a garden. I'm talking about proper. and they were excited by it. And then yeah, they wanted to go all in. So in keeping with that, it was literally over over dinner. Basically, how did I get involved? It was I was in my party ways 5-6 years ago, and it was literally over dinner over jacket potatoes. My dad came to me and he said, Surinder, instead of farting about in Ibiza every weekend, why don't you do something productive with your life? And then me thinking, so yeah, I mean, I work in the banking industry at the then and now, but then yeah, so I said, Dad, what have you got in mind? He said, well, we want to go into this vineyard. David's going to sell up. Let's see what we're doing. So doing my due diligence, I looked at the books, I looked at the whole model, what was going on. It's something that me personally, I'd never touched before. But if someone comes to you and they say, do you want to buy a vineyard? It's not something you can turn away. So I looked at everything. The land is currently 5 acres worth of grapes. But the total vineyard at the moment is 25 acres. So it's got a lot of room for expansion. So, but do you know what? I looked at the books, looked at the numbers, and that really wasn't the selling point. The selling point was when my dad put me down there. So I went down to the vineyard, he opened the gate. I literally looked at it and I thought, Dad, are you kidding? We get to own this. And he goes, no, it's not just that, it's all of that. I thought, yes. I said, why didn't you show me this in the first place? I wouldn't have needed to look at any. But it's absolutely. I mean, you ladies have been to X amount of vineyards, right? So, and so have I. But the thing is, when you go there, it's absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. It's tranquil. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's my go-to place. I go with the vineyard manager, who's our dog, by the way, Bailey. And yeah, but it's just so relaxing. It's just the vineyard, the view. It's beautiful. So hopefully one day come down and visit, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we will definitely. It sounds like heaven, and it is heaven, isn't it? Because you step into this vineyard and there's like bunnies hopping around, there's birds tweeting, the like rustling of leaves, and it's like, have I stepped out of England and into like the south of France or something? And people don't realise how beautiful a vineyard is until they go and they're like, 100%. Wow, it's like, you're so lucky to have this and to be able to come to this, because this is just perfect. It's amazing.
It's everything. So even in the morning, the sunrise, when you're doing pruning and stuff, it's just, I can't describe it. You really need to go and people can post as many pictures as they like. It's nothing. Go there and visit it. It's amazing. But where do we go? So so essentially bought the vineyard 2015. Fast forward, we started to produce still and sparkling wine. So we were still finding our feet, and so we produce red, white, rosé, and sparkling, the whole shebang. So that's where we are at the moment, and we just evolved over time. So we're slowly improving small things. Every business makes mistakes. Every family has arguments. We're no, so we've been evolving over the last 6 years. What you see in front of you is part of that progression.
Fantastic. Well, and just to show everyone, this is what we're drinking tonight, the Union Red. Beautiful colour. Actually, when we poured this, we were like, oh, that's so pretty.
It is. It's so bright.
Yeah. It has got that sort of purpley sort of red going on. So it's such a pretty red. But yeah, we were getting like cherries and strawberries, and it's like, then you get like this undercurrent of like the richer coffee, smoky sort of notes. It's a lovely really balance. Intense. Yeah.
It's an absolute pleasure to drink.
Obviously, you've had a couple of bottles of this, I presume.
Not just tonight.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
That would be a good night, wouldn't it? Thursday.
The mixture of it is not too good, but yeah, I've had a few glasses.
Yeah. But what do you like to eat with this? What do you think personally goes really well? Because you must have, tried it out with a fair few things now. Yeah,
so, I mean, in essence, during the few years that we've had, we've always sort of tried the same sort of, the blend, in essence, but we've changed the base. So, like, for example, in 2015, we produced another Union Red, but there was Pinot Noir, and then there were the other grapes that we have in the hybrid grapes. It was Triomphe and Leo Miller. We had a signature red, which you guys stocked as well in 2018, and that was made from Rondo region. But the same thing that kept it was the Leo Miller and the one that you're tasting at the moment is Regent and Apollon. So we've tweaked it, but then the reason we've done that is because people love it and is receptive to it as well. And you know, I do love a full-bodied red, but the feedback that we've received from a lighter-bodied red, but it's still full of flavour, is incredible. And that's, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So this is exactly what we're doing with that. But every single one of them, I would have them by themselves, like literally like this. Or yeah, with like I personally have it with steak. So, but I can. Yeah, it's an amazing wine, and I'm very pleased with what we've done with the winemaker.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, I just tasted this again. It's opening up really well as well.
Yeah, it's evolving every time you have a sip.
Yeah, we've had it in the glass for maybe 15 minutes or something, and every sip, it's like that depth is coming through. It's really great. It's like it's really interesting, like to drink wine that way, to keep sipping it and to see what else you're getting.
Yeah. Keeps you interested, keeps you going back for more.
Absolutely.
So it's quite a unique blend. You don't see many vineyards making blended reds with these varieties. Is there any reason that you went for these, or has it just been trial and error, and like this is, like you say, where it's heading just from what people have enjoyed drinking so far?
Yeah, so just like any vineyard, what is the point in owning a vineyard with that many grape varieties and not experimenting? So you can make blends, you can have Pinot Noir, make it barrel age it, put it out there, but it's about experimenting at the same time. So we did with the first vintage that we had, and it was hugely popular. It sold out very, very quickly, and then we slowly evolved it, and we're sticking with that model. That's not to say that we're not going to try to produce a full body red in the future, like a Pinot, but it's something that we're looking at for the future. But these two grapes that are in there, the Triomphe is like a hybrid grape. It's a disease-resistant grape. There's around about 20 vineyards in the UK that have it. The Leon Miller is. So I asked the previous owner, why did you not just plant Pinot? And this is the exact reason. So we wanted to try something a little bit disease resistant. They produce high sugars, and they're early ripening grapes. So that's why we put it into the blend, and that is going to continue what we're doing.
Yeah.
We love that. We've been saying all this week that all the experimentation that people are doing in this industry is just wicked. It just keeps it exciting for us.
Yeah.
And everyone doing different things. You never know what people are scheming up next. It's fun.
Well,
it keeps it interesting.
I mean, from that perspective, we are, so as I mentioned, like the rest of the vineyard, we are looking to plant it. So did you guys go to the vineyard by any chance?
No, we haven't. No.
Missed out. You missed out. There was so much wine. I'm not saying that I went there to get hammered, but
but you did anyway.
No, but it was massively sort of a great experience for myself, because I went there to try all the wines, but primarily I wanted to see what the industry is doing with the sparkling wines, and there's some incredible wines out there. And, I've got my favourites from that, but the other thing about the Vineyard show, there was so many other things. Like there was a stand with regards to kiwi grapes. So we are potentially going to be looking at. We could of course plant Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, the noble grape varieties, but I am going to be looking at the kiwi grape varieties. So fungal resistant grapes. So low intervention, less spraying, high yield, early ripening. And this is something that I've seen a couple of the vineyards in the UK have already done, and they've experimented with. So with the red side, that is something that we're going to be looking at in the future.
Wow, that is fantastic. And as you said before, you're going to go for that sort of fuller bodied style of red. That sounds really good.
I like giving, I think, I don't want to be a jack of all trades, right? But the thing is, I want to give people the other option. The other thing about being able to, so at the Vineyard, we don't have any sort of like tasting room or anything. So how do we go out there and to events? So we go, I mean, myself, I go to a lot of events, and there's nothing better than actually asking customers, seeing how they taste the wine, getting their constructive feedback. And that, you know, makes us, helps me make the business decisions in the direction that we're going in. And it's working so far. So we shall see what happens in a couple of years.
Absolutely. And you've got quite a range of wines. So obviously, just for people joining a bit later, we are trying the Union Red tonight, which is delicious. But talk us through your other range as well, because obviously some people might be more into their sparklings or their rosés or whatever. So let's shine a little light on those too.
Again, we're going with that theme of blending the different grape varieties and be experimenting and breaking the mold, let's say, right? So I've got all of them here, right? So look, we've got Mr. White Hill. So all of our white wines are actually named after the roads that are in Meopham. So this one's called White Hill. It's a blend of 75% Bacchus. Okay? You can see him instead of me. And then 75% Bacchus and 25% Chardonnay. So we wanted to be different than what was going out there, but it's hugely popular. It is a really popular wine for us. Then we've got other white. Well, we've got a white called the Oakmead White. So that's two different grapes that we've got, Madeleine and Reichensteiner. We do have our sparkling range, which we've literally just released at December. So we have, let me introduce you to, this is Meopham's Premier.
Lovely.
The Signature. And this is Phoenix.
Oh, that's a really pretty colour, that one, isn't it?
They do look pretty. So we've been working on our branding as well. So part of the process, you know, most importantly, what goes into the bottle is the primary thing, quality, what we want. So at the end of the day, one aspect of that I've been focusing on is the branding and what goes on the outside of the bottle. And, you know, if you know, whether you're in a restaurant, whether you're going to a retail shop and you're going to pick the wine bottle off the shelf, you need to stand out, and you need to stand out for the right reason. So that's something I've learned. And so this is why we've designed brand new labels that are more appealing, put it that way. So so the sparkling range, basically, they've been released in December. The Premier, this guy over here, is made from Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. So it's your classic blend, made in the traditional method. They've had 20 months, all three have had 20 months on lees. And then that's the classic. This is Mr. Signature. So the previous owner has played a bit of an element here. So the previous owner in 2009, he took a grape that we've got at the Vineyard called Reichensteiner grape, another German hybrid grape, and he produced a sparkling wine. Now there's only a certain number of vineyards in the UK that produce sparkling wine from Reichensteiner. Now there are a couple, but we've done exactly the same thing. So I still have a couple of his bottles from 2009, and it tastes absolutely amazing. And every single vineyard needs to stand out for their own thing, and this is something that's going to make us stand out. And so the Fine Wines in Canterbury, the guys that have made this, so I'm always pushing the boundaries with those guys and saying, look, let's try something different. Do we try something with reserve wine? Do we want some, maybe the Premier, maybe we do 10% of the Chardonnay in our fermentation. But with the Reichensteiner, it tastes completely different from your classic blend, but it's very appealing, it's very direct, and it has a beautiful, it's beautiful. Trust me.
What does it taste like? Tell us more.
I'm gonna those citrus flavors, and the finish is honey. It's like honeysuckle. You'll be saying that, but don't worry. Look, we'll do another Instagram live on that. Yeah, I promise. And then the third one is Phoenix. So this one's made, again, trying something a little bit different. But this one's made from Pinot Noir and, again, Reichensteiner grapes as well. So this one recently won an award ceremony called the Glass of Bubbly Awards, and it won gold there. So it's very, we've only released these in December, and they are very hugely popular. So going into. But those are our classic sparkling wines, and then sparkling in the future, we're trying all sorts of things. So we've got a sparkling Pinot Gris next year. So yeah, so there's not many vineyards that do it. I've seen, I think Fox and Fox do a sparkling Pinot Gris. And then we are trying the barrel fermentation with this blend here. So Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. We don't have Pinot Meunier, but that's what we're going to be doing. So staying along those lines with experimenting, those releases are going to be limited releases, and then we'll work from there. If they're successful and they're really nice, then we'll work from there. But working with defined wines in Canterbury, I've got a feeling it will be.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens. And you've got
me too.
You've obviously, the vineyard's been around for a little while, and you guys have been doing this now for a little while. But you've got so many plans still coming up. You know, the planting and like the different types of wines that you're going to create. So it seems like you're going to be very busy, but very creative with it. It seems like a really creative process for you, and I'm sure that will pay off. So yeah, that's really exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of hard work. We totally understand that. I don't want to be working two jobs. As soon as I actually finish this, I logged off from my normal job, but it's all heading into that direction. So our plans, we do have plans submitted for our own winery and tasting room there.
Oh, wow.
Something a little bit different. You may have seen concepts like I know I've looked at so many planning applications. If you want to talk about planning applications, I can talk about it all day long, but you're going to need another bottle of wine. But I don't know if you've been to Greyfriars Vineyard, but they've got a wine facility called the Wine Cave, and it's built in underground. Now, they actually did that, but we've got the same design, similar design, not the same design, but where the vineyard is, it's built into a valley, and when you go into what the plans are to actually excavate some of the land, it's going to be 10 meters in height, 6 meters is going to be underground, and that also helps in terms of cooling the facility as well. We're going to save electricity bills, and then 4 meters is going to be outside of the building, and then hopefully you'll have like a little balcony area so people will come down and visit. So these are the plans, and then hopefully they get approved. But we're working on getting them approved. But it's very, from starting 5 years ago to 5 acres of 5 acres of land to these vintages, growing our brand, it's going in the right direction, put it that way. But it's very exciting in the next 5 years. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, gosh, that sounds fantastic. And like that's going to be a massive tourist attraction. I would, like guess like all of the beautiful views and then the pictures of the underground bit too. Yeah. So you think sort of 5 years and that'll be hopefully up and running and people will come and visit you?
Yeah, so we need the application to go through, and if it goes through, then we will. That's the plan. So first thing would be to plant the remainder of the land, because it's going to take 3 or 4 years for those grapes to produce. But we need that sort of facility there to be able to actually do our own winemaking, in essence, right? And I want to bring it all in house. And I would love to just go there every single day. And I'm going to sound like an alcoholic here. I just want to go there every single day and try the wine, but try it. Make those changes, learn. I want to learn about this industry so much, and the winemaking as well. But yeah, my parents are looking forward to showing me a lot more about, like, for example, my dad, the tractor and spraying. Surinder, this is what we do. And then my mum, she's doing pruning and stuff. Pruning, I can talk about pruning all day. It's not the most exciting topic, but it's all at the vineyard. And when your mum's shouting at you to get it done, very exciting.
Yes, it's a real family affair then. That's lovely. Like a real family business.
It is indeed. But it's, family businesses, it's going into it. I mean, you guys, right? You guys are best friends.
Yeah.
So are there disagreements? I may be putting you on the spot here. Is there?
Yeah. There's always going to be, isn't there? You're two different people, so one person thinks black, the other thinks white, and you just have to come to a conclusion between. But Yeah, we would 100% be lying if we said we agreed on absolutely everything. It's just not the real world, is it?
So, exactly, and the same thing goes with our family. So whether it's my mum moaning about, I don't know, the labels, or we sort of have little jabs at. So, for example, I don't know, it's like so they deal with the vineyard management, and every single year I say to them, look, you need to ensure these are the numbers from last year. You need to ensure that you get the good yields, good sugars, good acids. There's the last year, Mum. What happened? What happened? What happened? The yields, they're very low. You can't blame it on the weather. And then you need to account for these things. You've been doing it for 21 years. What's going on? And then the other aspect, I'm in charge of the sales, and I design these labels, and then things like photography and all that sort of business. And my mum's like, well, why is it taking you so long to do the photography? Look, get the wine bottle, the iPhone, take a picture. What's the problem? And then, it's a family business, but my mum and dad, it's a healthy relationship. But yeah, we have all these little, just like every family, you have disagreements, but something about the vineyard and the business, doing it together has actually made us grow as a business, and yeah, it's actually made us better as a family. It has.
Yeah.
It really, that's not just the wine speaking. It has.
Yeah. Do you know what?
It's so lovely.
I can feel a Netflix reality TV show coming on here.
Nah, best not. My mates are watching this right now. I've seen them pop up and WhatsApps. So I don't think the rest of my party life they're going to say, nah, that's it. You can't show them what was going on in Ibiza. But that side of it's that side of it's pretty much all good. You never know. I might go to Ibiza and stock some of my wine there. I would love to see that. But
there you go.
That's
absolutely.
the future, isn't it?
It's joining the old life with the new life, isn't it? Making it work.
Saying goodbye to the party guy, and then, I mean, if you said to me 7 years ago, oh, you're going to be talking about grapes and viticulture and praying at a vineyard.
And pruning.
Kiwi grapes. Well, do you know how to design? And I said, what are you talking? I'm going to be in Ibiza for 50, don't worry.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I wouldn't change it for the world.
The romance of the vineyard has charmed you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And why wouldn't it? It's so beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. No, we'll have to come and visit sometime.
Definitely. You've sold it to us. We'll be coming down.
Yeah.
That's it. Come down, and then I'll take you for some pub munch. How about that? Because we haven't got the facilities there. So local gastro pub that serves our wine. So yeah, everyone's a winner.
That sounds like a good day. Well, thank you so much. We know you're obviously crazy busy, so we really appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us and Instagram about your wines. So just to recap for anyone that's just joined, we have been tasting the Union Red, which is absolutely delicious. Loads of fruit on there. It's fairly light bodied, really easy drinking, dangerous drinking. I've just seen on the back it's vegan, so perfect for anyone who's vegan. We stock this, obviously you guys stock this, loads of people stock this, but we have 15% off this week with the code Red Wine Week. But yeah, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and we'll hopefully get down to the vineyard soon.
Definitely. Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate
I would
it.
cheers, but I've been quietly drinking all of my wine.
I've got a tiny bit left.
Thank you so much. Speak soon.
Bye.
Bye.